Good evening. Hello, Alex.
Good evening! Hello, Ben.
Welcome to
Yes.
the Cunters. What are the Cunters, I hear you ask? Well,
Well, I think that's
well,
what my parents usually call me under their breaths.
well, true, that is one thing, but that is not what we're doing. And what are we doing? Well, I will explain to you all after these lovely credits. So, yes, welcome to the Cunters. This is an awards show all about trophies and achievements and whatever your equivalent may be on your console of choice or computer. The Cunters, what does it mean? What does it stand for? Well, it stands for fraternity, for vision, and for just pure elegance. But quite literally, CUNTERS stands for the Cumulative Unilateral Narcissistic Trophy Achievement Scholarship, where beautiful trophies and achievements of varying qualities can win a scholarship that doesn't exist on our
You're,
podcast.
you're forgetting the most important thing, Ben.
Oh, please.
Maybe the real cunters are the friends we made along the way.
Well, we might have to do that sort of thing that they do in like at the BAFTAs, where they have a slideshow of all the people that have died since the last time they did it.
Oh, Jesus. Well, since we last time we did it, we've had COVID, so
Yes,
yeah,
I didn't mean
that's quite the
everyone.
list.
I didn't mean everyone. All the people that well-known figures. But
Uh,
anyway, so yes, this is our second Cunters. It has been a couple of years. We for some reason just didn't think about doing it last year. I guess COVID. Um, but yes, we're here. It is Cunters time again. And what we have done is picked 5 trophy categories, achievement categories, and Alex and I have each picked one trophy/achievement of our own choice and gave it the award for that category. So we'll both be taking it in turns to read out our trophies for those categories and explaining why we have chosen them. So, yes. Alex is also distracted by something, as you can see. He keeps looking that way.
well, because I honestly totally forgot about writing them all down. I've got the achievement lists of every game I played last, because it's just last year's,
How did you
every achievement.
forget?
What?
How did you forget?
Well, today I was out most of today. What was I doing yesterday?
You have
I
known
can't
about
remember.
you have known about this for 3 days. 3 days because you delayed it twice.
Yeah, and I kept meaning to get around to it, but I was just busy. Look, I'm single. I masturbate a lot.
You're single. You
Deal
have a
with
lot.
it.
Otherwise, you're single, as in you have quite a lot of free time.
Crying and feeling lonely takes up a lot of time when you are single, Ben. Do you remember
Yes,
those days?
vaguely. So anyway, yes, it's the Cunters, it's our award ceremony, and yes, that's what we're here for. So,
Yep.
oh, I think I might sneeze. No, no, I think I'm okay. I don't know. Am I going to
Hey,
sneeze?
come on. God damn it. I almost choked thanks to you. You're trying to kill me, boy.
Why did you almost choke?
Because I was drinking and then I looked up and you were doing that. Must not sneeze face. It made me laugh.
So, what category should we choose first?
I don't know.
Do you remember what they are?
No.
No? Well, perhaps I should go
I'm
through them
not
quickly
saying,
then.
I'm not saying
So,
no,
the categories
but
then. The categories tonight in the award ceremony, by no particular order,
in no particular order.
is 1. The easiest trophy. Now, this is a trophy that you might consider quite simply is the easiest. Easiest that could be an individual trophy that was very easy to get, or just a platinum or the equivalent. That was easy to get. We have the hardest trophy, which is obviously the opposite of that. We have the weirdest trophy. What's the weirdest thing you've done for a platinum? The weirdest thing you've done for a trophy or achievement? We have the most tedious trophy achievement. So it's the one that was the biggest grind, the most boring. You just wanted to get it done. And last but not least, we have ones we'd like to do again. So that could be a whole game, platinum, or indeed just the individual trophy. These are the ones that we enjoy so much that we'd love a chance to go back and do it again. Although generally speaking, that's not going to include games where technically it is possible to do it again, such as PS4 to PS5 remasters, because you can do it again and you're just not doing it again. These are ones that we can't do again. So far, anyway. So I think we'll start with the easiest trophy because
Okay, I will let you go first.
Because you need more time to think.
I've got no, being serious. I'm going through the achievements. I'm like, damn, 2 or 3 of these could qualify. I've got several that could qualify for each category.
I know, but you have to look.
That's the thing.
You also have to look interested in what I'm saying, so it's kind of hard for you to
I am
do
doing
both. So, my award for the easiest trophy of this contest goes to God of War.
Yes.
And when I say God of War, I mean the God of War PS2 version that was re-released on PlayStation 4. In of which it has a trophy for dying. You get this trophy for dying. And the reason I put it down as easy is because it's a PS2 God of War game. They were quite hard games, and dying was something you did more than anything else. So quite honestly, it's a trophy we did not have to try for, and that is why it wins my easiest trophy award. What is yours, Alex?
My one. Now, when I tell you what it is, you might be like, that's an interesting pick, and I will tell you why. It is Ultimate Refinement from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, fully upgraded and enhanced piece of gear. Now, you think then, you'll think, wait a minute, sure that takes quite a bit of time and grinding. But when I got Valhalla, a mate of mine, you remember Isaac, dude from Norway? He actually got me a gift for Christmas, which was I thought cool.
Which is
500 healer, a code for 5. Was it 500 or the 1000?
Did you download a materials pack?
No, I actually didn't. I actually haven't. I will admit, I did for Far Cry 6, but only the smallest one because I had a few left over from buying the old TAS pack. But whatever. He sent me a code for, I can't remember if it was the 500 Helix credits or the 1050. But I bought axe. I can't remember what it's called, but the axe from the Berserker gear set, really good axe, and that is mythical quality. So, and that was the best axe like best weapon I had for pretty much my entire playthrough. I just used that, and yeah, that was like the first thing I upgraded. So I had like half of it was, even though it sounds like this really grindy thing, it was already technically half done before I'd even started the game. So yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna
right.
go for that one.
Fair enough. Fair
Yep.
enough. Right, well, I think then, well, in juxtaposition style, we should go for the hardest trophy.
Okay. Shall I go first? Because mine is another sort of interesting choice one.
I feel like you're going to say that about every one of your categories.
No, my next tedious one is my moat is one of the categories is most tedious. That one's sort of interesting, but I don't think
Okay,
my
well,
choices for the other two, my picks for the other two will be.
what is
It
your,
is
well, hold on, let's go, what category are you reading out for here?
this is well hardest because I
Okay.
only said about
Oh yeah, that's
mention
fine.
my
I
tedious.
was
I just mentioned
just
my
saying if you
tedious
wanted,
one was
if you
interesting
felt
because
like,
you
if you felt like
what?
announcing it in true loud style of this is the category and the nominees. Well, there aren't no
Okay,
nominees.
this is the hardest achievement.
Ah,
Okay, Disorder of the Ancients, again from Valhalla.
okay.
Eliminate all time Order of the Ancients. Now, why is this hardest? It's not because it's time consuming, you have to be very thorough at, and it takes a while. It's not that at all. It's the fact that for an entire month and a half since the update that came out round, I want to say either the day before or literally the final day when I was playing through Valhalla. This achievement was completely broken for everyone on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S, which was really fun. So that's why it was hard, because literally for an entire month and a half, including when I finished doing that quest line, it was literally impossible to get. So yes,
I
that's my
see.
pick for
I
hardest.
see. Right.
You can't get
Well.
much harder than an achievement that's literally impossible to get. Everyone on the platform that you are playing said game on. Your turn.
Well, my pick for the hardest trophy of the Cunters is in the game Kena Bridge of Spirits, and is
Ooh.
a trophy named Master Spirit Guide, and it's for playing the game and beating it on Master difficulty. Now,
Oh, I thought it'd be. I expected one of us to do a hardest difficulty one.
well, it would make sense considering it's the hardest trophy. Kena is on the surface a very colourful, cutish looking game that you may easily be fooled into thinking is perhaps maybe more educated to kids. However, you could not be more wrong. It's a game that does look very cartoon-like but it has a hell of a difficulty spike hidden within. The combat on its own is already a little bit challenging just on its normal difficulties, and by the time you get to master difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty out of about 4 or 5, it's more like Dark Souls. Generally speaking,
Oh, that's never good. That's not good. That's never good.
most fights tend to be just even normal fights tend to be as bad as boss fights. The bosses have huge amounts of health. You don't have much health. You don't do much damage. And all of the mainline boss fights against sort of the main people the spirits you free in the game are so hard. Funnily enough, when I did it on PS4, I had a much more difficult time than I redid it on PS5, perhaps just because I had more knowledge.
Probably. Yeah.
But there was a lot of fights, particularly Adira's one, where I fought her in that tower, and I did it again and again for probably a couple of hours, and I could not do it at all. Um, Particularly the last fight against Toshi was very difficult as well. I really struggled with that, and against the corrupt rock god. I was literally staying in London for EGX when I was trying that one. I couldn't do it at all. So yeah, it's really a huge difficulty spike. To a degree where actually at the time of release there was actually a glitch where you could get that trophy unlocked by not doing it. That has since been patched, but there's a lot of people on there that did that, and I'm proudly going to say that I haven't done it on either of those, and I did it the hard way. So,
Congratulations.
you can suck on that. So, I think we'll move on then to the most tedious. As you said, you had an interesting one for that.
I've got another sort of interesting one. Just need to funny because even if I remember what the achievement is for, you think I can remember the names? Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. Again for Vault, I promise this. I'm going to try and make this the final Valhalla one, even though I do have a for weirdest one. I do have quite a good one, but I have 2 or 3 in my phone. Good catch. Catch a fish of each type using the fishing line. Why is this tedious? Simply because, well, even if you know where every fish type spawns, it take friggin' ever get them.
Have you picked Valhalla for every entry?
It's not Valhalla for every entry. No, Valhalla honestly just happened to fit
3 in a row so far.
Why is it tedious? Because this achievement, just like a lot of stuff in Valhalla, can be absolutely broken. There have been so many people, every patch note's been like, I need so and so fish, I need X fish to be fixed, I need X fish. It's so basically you're spending a long time fishing, just praying that you're not one of the unlucky ones and it's broken for you.
When I did that trophy back in a couple of weeks after it came out, the game originally, there wasn't any issues with it, but it did take a long time just simply because I never seemed to manage to catch the right fish.
Yeah.
Or the ones I struggled with the most, actually, don't think the fishing was that bad for that one. The ones I didn't like the fishing for myself was for the offerings, when you had to catch a certain type, like a big one or a small one, and I kept getting a big one when I wanted 5 small trout, and I kept getting 5 big trout. I'm like, why can't you just have 5 big ones? I'm offering you more trout here. You should be happy, gods. Anyway. My most tedious, then, and it is perhaps one you could have seen coming, and I'm proudly going to say that I've picked a different game for every single one of these entries, unlike some people.
Go for it.
And it is Call of Duty Vanguard.
Oh.
And a trophy called Elite Skills. And that trophy is for reaching level 55 in the multiplayer /zombies. And the reason it's most tedious is because I played Vanguard when it first came out.
Probably, yeah.
And I also did this with Cold War, and I didn't find Cold War as tedious because it was quite enjoyable. But the problem with this is I did most of this grinding for this in Zombies, because you also have to get a Zombies trophy for getting 10,000 kills, which takes a long bloody time.
I can imagine.
So I grinded the same 3 rounds of Zombies because at the time they hadn't done anything to it. It was just one little area. I grinded that day in, day out for like a week. Just killing zombies over and over again, starting a new game, doing it again, starting a new game, doing it again, until I got to level 55.
Sounds fun.
It wasn't, but that's why it wins the award for most tedious. So, weirdest trophy.
I will let you go first because I can't apart from one maybe from Valhalla. I can't really have any that springs to mind. So going back through all of them to see if I can find a better one.
I just need to confirm the title of this award ceremony. It is the Cumulative Unilateral Narcissistic Trophy Achievement Scholarship, not the Cumulative Unilateral Narcissistic Valhalla Achievement Scholarship. The weirdest thing, my trophy for the weirdest trophy in the squad comes from Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
And it is called Top of the Pecking Order.
That's
and this is the trophy you get for winning a cockfighting match. Now, it's not difficult, it's quite fun, but as Alex can surely agree, the cockfighting minigame that is in Valhalla is incredibly weird.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Perhaps it's weird because of how much effort they actually put into it. It's more like Tekken for cockerels, really. The menu, you have characters you can pick. It has a whole dedicated soundtrack, proper animated graphics, fighting controls. You can collect roosters to use in it. Yeah, it's a hugely developed part of the game that only has one trophy for. And I have to say, beating my cock with another cock was the weirdest thing I've done for a trophy. And when I did the game. Hey. So what's the weirdest thing you've
Stay
done?
fast, stay fast.
Your weirdest one then?
Okay, I'm not going to go for Valhalla this time. I'm going to go for, and again, I remember, it's another case of, I remember the what it's for. Trophy, the achievement name, but I can't remember what it's called. Zoology from Crisis Remastered, and the 360 version, but in this case, the Xbox One version. There's literally, to my knowledge, there's literally only one animal in the game, and it's weird, and it's just like, it feels like they were like, oh, we need to think of another achievement trophy. Pick up an animal. Okay, but we need an animal. Here you go, right at the start of the game.
I don't remember what animal I threw. Maybe like a chicken or something.
I just know right at the start of the game, as soon as you come out of the ocean, there's a turtle right in front of you. And
there is more than one animal, but they're not very common.
Yeah, I genuinely, apart from that, don't remember a single other animal in the
chickens.
game.
I'm pretty sure I threw a chicken. I'm pretty sure there's chickens because there's lots of little little huts throughout that area.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's some chickens. I'm pretty sure it was a chicken I threw. I don't think I could catch a turtle. For some reason.
It's right in front of it. As soon as you come, because you know at the start of the game, you parachute down. Well,
yes.
Like base jump down into the sea. You come out of the sea. The turtle's right in front, literally right in front of you. It's like the first thing you see.
I don't. Maybe I did. I just don't remember it very well. I remember.
Weird.
I know the part that you're saying, but I just don't remember looking for turtles
Huh.
at that time. So that's your weirdest trophy, huh?
There weren't that many weird ones that I was sort of stood out to me as just kind of like random and odd, being honest.
You didn't think.
I actually went through literally every single achievement list of like the game of like the stuff I played all of last year.
Well, for me, the top of the pecking order was definitely on the list. Well, obviously for me that was last year, so I guess for you,
yeah,
it wasn't. So
I couldn't because even Halo Infinite. Wait, when did I start Halo Infinite? Was that after New Year? I think Halo Infinite was after New Year. So yeah.
We're not being 100% strict.
No, but again, like I said, I've going through every single list of the stuff I played last year. Anyway, the final category. We have just 5 categories, aren't we?
Yes, the final category we have, and we can do some honourable mentions if you have more to include after this.
Okay.
But the final category is ones we want to do again.
Okay. You might be surprised by my one, but I will let you go first again.
If it's Valhalla again, I will not be surprised.
It's not Valhalla. It's not Valhalla again. I wouldn't mind doing that again, but no, it's not Valhalla.
I would like to get True Viking again. Mine is a platinum trophy.
Obviously.
Yes. Well, it doesn't have to be, obviously. It could be a normal trophy as well. And it goes by the name of, definitely not looking it up right now. It goes by the name of You've Only Done Everything.
Okay.
And it goes in the game of Astro's Playroom.
Oh, cool! You got the platinum for that because I know you played it a hell of a lot. I didn't know you platinumed it.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I platinum everything I play these days straight away. It's kind of how I do things.
Have you platinumed Assassin's Creed Black Flag yet?
No, because have you?
Carry on.
Exactly. Have you gone back and made sure you get the Brotherhood and Revelations online stuff as well?
I've been tempted to buy the DLC for the 360 versions, but part of me is like, nah.
Why bother? It's like
it's not really worth it.
He wants to play online hide and seek.
No, I'm not on about the multiplayer. I'm on about Da Vinci Disappearance and Lost Archive. I've been tempted, but I'm like, nah.
If you've already done it in the collection, then you know what it is.
I've done the Ezio collection, yeah.
And believe me, Lost Archive trophies are not something you want to be doing.
Nah, they weren't. They're not terrible.
Impressed Warren Vidic is something I was nearly bashing the controller apart with last night.
I didn't find any of that so terrible. There are harder achievements in Assassin's Creed.
Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about ones we'd like to do again. And it's the
Okay.
now I spoke in length about Astro's Playroom in our last podcast.
Yes, you did.
Basically, for those of you who don't know, it is a PlayStation 5 launch title that was made specifically to show off new features of both the PlayStation 5 controller and the PS5. It's made by Sony's crack team of developers that they only use for these kind of games and not for anything else. So literally, they build a game just on PlayStation. It's the ultimate PlayStation sort of fanboy experience, full of references, technology from past times. I mean, just so many different things. I mean, you even have a boss fight against the original Polygon T-Rex that they used as a demo for the PS, whatever it was. You know, what was it? PS, I think it was a
PS1.
PS1,
PS1,
PS2.
Well, I'd say PS1 or PS2 because after that it'd be like it wouldn't be
So
really
literally,
polygon.
you have a boss fight against it, and then a boss fight against the new version of it. It's just a really fun game that utilises all the new features really well, and it's just such a fun game to play as well. You can really just have such a great time, and if you're a big PlayStation fan, it's just absolute fan catering to the highest level. And for that reason, I'd like to do it again, and I can do it again. I can play it again, but I can't earn the platinum again. Unless, and I don't think they'll re-release it because it wouldn't make sense because it's kind of only to show off the PS5 features. So it'd be a bit weird if they released it again for the PS6 and be like, we're just going to show off features from the old console. Yours?
Mine is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Okay.
Because just like the COD 4 remaster, and kind of like Halo, well, sort of Halo MCC-ish in a way from the achievements perspective. There's like so many little like Easter eggs and little things that they added, like Warfare Remastered, and like MCC with Easter eggs, of course, in the original versions of the games and that. You get achievements for doing like finding a lot of them and that. Like the clowns in the training one, and there's things like just Yuri in that as well. Yuri and Makarov. So like, oh crap, that's COD 4 Remastered.
Yeah.
God, mixed up. I'm shooting General Shepard to create a power.
Well,
that's what it is.
I mean, technically, you.
Right, that's because the achievement for shooting Makarov in COD 4 because of the paradox, like the shooting Shepard one and that.
I'm pretty sure the shooting Shepard one was also in Modern Warfare 2, though. Maybe.
I don't think
you could definitely shoot him, but I'm not sure if there's a trophy for it.
No, there's no you know.
And
or
speaking
paradox
of which, you can find Yuri in that mission at the airport.
Yeah.
If you go back, you can see him crawling.
Like they just kept and also where the it's contingency, isn't it? The mission that ends with Price launching the missile from the sub. The achievement and trophy for like stopping your predator drone like getting blown up and that. That's a trick that I never knew about.
There's a very easy way of doing that. It's also just
I know.
Don't use it.
It's like I never knew that this was even possible, and yet it's so easy. And even like the one where you have to
don't use it.
Like
it's because it encourages you to use it at the beginning, but if you don't and you get to the sub base then you use it, you don't lose it.
And like the one where you have to destroy like 11 helicopters with a javelin, before God, is it of their own accord where you start the mission in like the bunker under the Washington Monument? Is that mission?
Yes,
I can't remember.
And then you sit on top of the monument waiting to get picked up, and you have to
go. You get there's the achievements last year of destroying 11 helicopters, and for loads of them you have to like aim right because they're like outside the map and that. It's like all these weird sort of little little secret sort of things that you had no idea about. It's like, and they just like with the COD 4 remaster, like with all the ones in MCC, they're just fun to like find and do.
What would have qualified as the hardest trophy? The student surpasses the master.
Oh, I was kind of tempted, but I thought that's a little predictable. Hey, hang on, is that the BX time, or is that the one that was there in the original Modern Warfare 2?
It's the BNOX time.
Oh god, because the other one, I'll be honest, I did that first time without even trying, but the BX one can go to hell.
Have you done it?
It didn't take me half as long as in the in the COD 4 remastered one, but yeah, it's
Have you
still
done?
like,
How did you do it then in the B and Ox one?
oh yeah, I got it. Yeah,
It
I
took me a
got
long
it.
while as well. I had to do some research to find the best
For me,
route.
it was just trial. It was just practice, practice, practice. You know,
Well,
like
I found
you
there's
know,
specific weapons that you can choose that have higher magazines and take longer to switch where you should stab.
the
And that's
M9. You start. If I remember, you start with the M9, and then you switch to the USP because when you have to do the knife one, of course, you got
yeah.
tactical knives, so you can do the stab faster. If I remember, that's it. And
And then there's
stay on
double
the move as
kills.
much as possible, and line
Yeah,
up targets where possible.
yeah, double
Because of course,
kills
then you get
and double kills as well.
over 100% accuracy bonus,
Yeah, well,
which
you
is
get yeah,
crucial.
yeah, it is because you get depending on how many bullets you fire.
Mm,
So that could have easily been in there for me. That could have been.
yeah.
To be honest, I didn't think about it. I guess I've mentally blocked it from my mind.
I saw it and thought that's a little predictable because an achievement that's hard because it's completely broken is of course a lot funner than just a bit funnier than just this thing was hell.
Yes. No. Well, that's that then. That's our categories. And those are our awards. And I hope if they're all watching, they're very proud of themselves. We will be dispatching your awards to you very soon. You each win a highlighter that we
Yeah.
will personally engrave with your game title.
If you're one of the hard ones, you also get one of these,
Yes.
and
Yes.
if you're one of the tedious ones, you also get one of these. But if you're one of mine, completely broken or glitchy achievements, you get two of them.
Yes. What happens if we actually cast Alex's hands in latex and then fill them with concrete so you get that sent to you? So you actually
It'd be interesting to know what some people would do with that.
um well, that's up to them what they do with your middle finger.
Yeah.
Just don't
Hello,
send
Shelley.
one to Bruno.
Uh,
No, is that going straight up the bum? So, do you have any? Do you have anything to add? Any honourable mentions? Any little things?
I have a Valhalla one
Hold on.
for tedious
Have you
and
played?
weird actually.
Have you played Valhalla? I have no idea.
That one you have to set yourself on fire. You know when you have to like make
And
yourself
yes,
so
and
much lower level than like hard like enemies, so like 40 levels above you, and then you have to set yourself on
there
fire.
is a
And then without
technique
breaking
for
their
doing that
shields, you
one.
have to kill three of them. Like what the hell is that?
There's a technique for that. There's a good technique for that one.
Yeah, I know. There's a good technique for it, and I tried it, but it's still like I'm basically killing myself for this
Well,
ridiculous.
it depends on how high level of you are. If you're such a high level, the fire barely does anything to you anymore.
I was max level before I like even attempted it,
You could have lots of
and I
health.
had enemy scaling on as well.
Have lots of health. Have lots of health as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just get on a straw roof and set it on fire.
yeah, I did that, but
Then
it's still
stand.
like I'm sure I killed that guy without breaking his shield. Why is it not counting? I've killed. I need to lure the enemies closer so I'll actually do anything. And they have to be standard bearers as well because they're the ones with shield. They're the only ones that like have their shields
You
out.
can get away with doing that by catching their spears and throwing them back.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
Well, unless you can land headshots with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, these guys are going to take so many arrows. I'll probably die first. So I'm like, and plus, of course, their shields are their shields are as big as they are. So I was like, I'm just going to do missile reversal.
Yeah. Any other tangents?
Oh god, another one for tedious could be again. I can't remember the name of it again. Mass Effect Andromeda again. All planets to vitality. It's the funnest part of the exploration and doing the side quest stuff, but man, especially as that game has so many side quests that it's just find or destroy X number of Y. And a similar thing to Valhalla, some of stuff in Valhalla, Andromeda is not the most polished game. And I've even had times where certain squad mate combinations can completely break quest lines because there's one quest that actually has a pretty big effect on the ending where the main bad guys like defenses can either be like this big like uber like powerful turret things, or they can be not working at all. And this like seemingly random side quest dictates that. And if you have a certain squad mate combination, which happens to not only be the squad mate combination that I had when I did it, but also the best squad mate combination in the entire game, so it's what most players will have, you can't do the choice at the end, which dictates how good the one's defenses are. So, yeah, that's all that. And then, of course, and the thing is, when you've done the vitality, there's more side quests and side stuff than there requires for the vitality. So that's, even though that's not an achievement related thing, that's still tedious. You're like, oh goody, I've still got to find X of Y, even though I've scoured this map God knows how many times because I've done everything else. I think
Yes.
terms of other, I think that might be it. Being honest, for me. Of course, there's for easiest. There's as you probably agree. There's just stuff like just completing missions, and that like completing half the arcs in Valhalla, completing arcs in Andromeda, completing getting certain story points. Of course, all that qualifies as easiest.
Yes.
Yes. And what about your honourable mentions?
Well, nothing particularly from last year, but I mean, there's certain games that I would like to re-platinum again anyway.
Well, obviously, I left out doing any sort of things for that one.
But yes, I think that's probably
I
it
wouldn't
then.
mind. I wouldn't mind going through Valhalla again. It just take a long time, but that
Well,
goes without saying.
you can when you go for next gen, you can do it again.
The achievements carry over, I think, as via smart delivery. The achievements carry over, so I think it's just one achievement list. And I don't even know if there is an actual Series X only version of it, but
Yeah, there
I'm good with the
is.
X.
Well, there should be. There's a PS5 only version of it, so I don't know why there wouldn't be any of that.
Yeah, but you don't have smart delivery.
Yeah, but
Like I
we have
said
free
smart.
upgrades, don't we?
Yeah, but
You can either free upgrade it and download the PS5 version to platinum again, or you can buy it on disc and platinum it again.
I see.
So you don't have to. Yeah, it's not the same list. It is a separate
Myself,
list.
I'm not sure if it is or isn't on Xbox because, as you say, it is on PlayStation. I don't know about Xbox. I never really looked into it. I think it's just I've not seen anything or that about it being a separate list.
Well, you just have to find out, I guess. Plus,
Indeed.
it's better to play on PS5 next gen anyway because it's much smoother.
Yeah, smooth
Looks way,
operator.
way smoother in the whole movement of everything.
Yep.
And looks nicer.
Oh, our boy Bruni once again didn't decide to join us. Sad face.
Well, he had his opportunity. To be fair, I think he would have just spent the entire time arguing. So it's probably best.
Nah, he loves me really.
Anyway, thank you all for watching this year's Cunters.
Yep.
Make sure
I'm ready getting a few achievements in mind for when we do this time next year for this year.
Yes. If you have any of your own Cunters you would like to put in the comments, please do, and let us know what your awards would be for these games. Let us know. What's your hardest? What's your easiest? What's your weirdest? You can send us pictures. You can't. I mean, you could, technically, if you go on my Twitter. And Alex's Twitter. You could go on Alex's Twitter and send him...
I don't have a Twitter.
Yes, you do.
I got rid of it. I actually got rid of it several years ago because I didn't do anything with it.
Apart from looked at things that made you annoyed, I imagine.
No, I literally just did nothing with it. I was like, oh, I've got to get rid of that. I've got so many stupid notifications. And then I eventually got rid of it.
Well, okay, you can't send it, but you can send it to Alex's email address, which is yes, please send pictures. Don't really. Thank you all for listening, watching, and enjoying this week's podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon for another episode.
Yes.
Yes. Anything you need to say before we go here?
Hang on. This will be easier. Hello, Shionium.
Well, okay then. She's going to enjoy that. Goodbye. I'm just going to put the bandy cam over your face now so she can't see. Goodbye.
Well, you've lost your most loyal viewer then, probably.
Goodbye. Well, I'm pretty sure we lost her when you started doing that.
No, she was probably like,
Okay, goodbye.
Maybe.
Goodbye, everyone.
I have expected you. Greetings. Do you know why I live here? Yes. I have been pondering on exactly that question. All in good time. First, a question for you. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. What will you burn? What will you spare? Yes. Few could resist such a challenge. You once told me you did not believe in destiny. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of fate? Yes. Do not be afraid. Fulfill your destiny. Few could resist such a challenge. Why do you delay? What else would you seek? Go then. Fare thee well. Do not be afraid. Remember well. Power, you have it. But power is inert without action and choice.